Hey gang, I'm Mr. Phil. We're in Suite 8 and you are watching Rat Chat episode 48, and I've got some new gear. This is the DJI wireless mic set and I'm playing around with it. I really hope it works. I just unpacked it. It's here. Parts are everywhere, packing materials everywhere, and that's why I'm not on a tripod. Plus I promised you that the new episode would have a new look, and I'm going to try this out in terms of where we are going forward. But I'm going to listen back to this and really hope that my mic, straight out of the box, without any programming or resetting any settings, I hope it transmits and sounds okay. Today is day 2 of my new filming schedule, and as I get set up in the morning here, I think I'm going to do a little bit of filming every single day in the start of the day. I'll see what I could do in the middle of the day during service. I think capturing some parts of hair cutting will be really interesting. I really want to make this a weekly documentary of my life at Good Rat's Hair Workshop. And I think one of the things that I learned yesterday from filming on this new schedule was that the big brackets that I ordered to clamp onto my shelf and onto my desk, well, they're too heavy for my desk. They'll be good for the Ruzel shelf, but I don't think they're going to, one of them's not good enough for my desk. It's going to be too wide, and the lip on my desk is not wide enough. I think one of the considerations I have to make is to order a harness that I could wear over my work apron and use the phone as a GoPro point of view centered here, so when I work, it'll be a first-person perspective of me at the chair. I think that I'll order today. I'll return the big clamp and order the new chest harness. I'm learning a lot, and this is day 1 of having the new wireless mic, and I really like using it because as you see, I can walk around the shop and film with my phone, but then, as you saw yesterday, I'm able to record on the camera itself with the same wireless mic setup. The daily setup routine is pretty simple. Certainly, it's not as complicated as it once was. My time on New Haven Ave, setting up that shop every morning took about half an hour, whereas here in Suite 8, I can set up in a good 5-10 minutes, and I think the routine here is actually pretty familiar to me. When I was here many years ago, I devised a system that worked for me, mainly working with my toolbox close to where my chair is. That never really stopped. I think working in Suite 41 for so long gave me that ability to get used to set up pretty quickly without too many obstacles. And it was interesting over the summer last year coming back here. So much of what I was doing here felt so familiar. And I knew it was a new room. I knew it was an all new everything. But it felt more familiar than new. And it still does feel that way. And you can't really see what I'm doing because I'm out of frame. But I'm loading up the next strip box, which is an all-important task. But now that everything's set up, I've got my work day ready to begin. Well, this is my second try at filming today. The first time I filmed today, I thought that the mic was recording audio, and I was all excited to put my thoughts down on what I'm up to. And I did the whole thing, got to the supply store, only to realize that the new technology did not work and did not sync up with my phone. I think this one is working. But what I was doing on the failed video attempt earlier this morning, I was saying how I don't do this often, and maybe it might become an often kind of thing, but I have been tasked with doing some hair color this Saturday, and I came to the supply store to grab some color supplies. What I'm going to be doing is answering my friend Julie's request to make her purple hair come true. And I was like the widest turn because a cargo van was coming in. Anyhow, I'm going to be doing Julie's hair on Saturday. She said a new cut and purple hair. I can do both of those things as my color supplies just fell over. I will happily do both of those things. I love cutting hair and I love turning people's hair purple. It's a perfect fit. I don't do a lot of color anymore. I would rather, if I do color, it would be a project where I'm really excited to do something like Vivid's purple hair, blue hair, pink hair, and that guy never slowed down. Welcome to day 4 of the new format, and back again in the corner here, back again setting up towels. Going forward I will use the camera for more stuff, but right now it seems we're pretty phone based, and these are the challenges that I'm encountering. The big brackets I ordered for clamping a camera or a phone to the desk or to the shelf were too heavy. Those had to be returned. And I'm learning as I'm going because I've never shot video in this sort of format where I want to use multiple different cameras for multiple uses on multiple days. And a lot of it, as we've seen throughout this week, is in fact filming as we go. One of the big pieces that I'm learning through all of this is that it's a very spontaneous schedule. If I think I like to film something, I find a way to film it right then and there. Or if I see a certain name on my schedule who I think would make a good video with me, I'll film them right, I'll mention to them right during their session to film. So there are a lot of intricacies of this new format, which I'm really enjoying. Well, it happened again. I shot all of that video a few minutes ago, only to remember at the end of it that I didn't turn the mic receiver on. I'm still getting used to this new mic system, and what's really weird is that when I open the case, This one, the mic transmitter powers on automatically. However, the mic receiver does not power on automatically, and every time I do this, I hook it up to the system and I forget to turn the power on. It's happened with my phone, and now it's happened with my camera where I forget to activate the power on the mic receiver. It is now 6:50 p.m. Friday night. I completed 12 heads of hair in just over 11 hours today. I want to make sure that the shop is clean, everything, all my chores are done. As you saw in my unboxing, the new Paul Mitchell curling wand is here. It had to arrive today, Friday, because tomorrow, Saturday, I'm going to be doing Julie's hair. And I went home last night to look for my old curling wand. I found the carrying case, but not the actual curling wand. This is the second time in a month where I needed that curling wand. I couldn't find it, and I knew I wouldn't have enough time, energy, or daylight today to go rummage through the garage to find it, only to find out what if it's not there. Last night I went on Amazon, I quickly checked off curling wands, more specifically professional grade curling wands that could arrive with 1-day shipping. And that's exactly what I have in my hands, is a Paul Mitchell Pro Tools Express Ion unclipped curling wand that was delivered with 1-day shipping. Doing hair color in this building, whereas just down the hall for many years I did color, it feels right to do color again here at Salons by JC, because after all, the highest points of my color career happened here in this building. This is what the shop looks like at the end of the day. I spend all my day under the super bright lights, where something like that, plus turning on the other work lights here, I'm probably totally washed out, and I would have to adjust the camera to match these light values. But I don't really want to do all that production anymore. I want to film in something that looks more realistic, and the realistic truth of it all is that as soon as I finish doing hair for the day, I clean, I do my shop chores. While I'm wrapping up, the lights are like this or darker. Typically when I'm finishing up my day and I'm answering messages, I'm putting tools away, I'm doing things I don't need visual acuity to matter, this is what it looks like. And this is Suite 8 with the panels all the way on their lowest power setting, using the light coming from the hallway and my glow lights to keep me in here at the end of the day. If you want to see what it really looks like once the ceiling lights are off, the famed glow lights now, this is where I usually leave the shop at night, is the overhead's off and the glow lights going. I decided I wanted to see what this looks like. I wanted to put the production lights back on because maybe it is easy enough to use those lights to light me while I'm talking. Anyway, all of this stuff that's going on with Rat Chat is really exciting because the goal of doing these short videos each and every day to compile into one video for Sunday to release on Mondays is that I want to give it a real look at what is my life here in Suite 8. I want you all to see what goes on during the day, what my thoughts are, instead of trying to fit it all into one canned video at the start of the month. And again, you might not see a ton of hair cutting in these videos. I think the reason why is multifaceted. One, a lot of people, they're not comfortable being on video, and I might not know them well enough to pitch the idea of filming them during their haircut. Another reason why you might not see a ton of hair cutting going on in videos is because they might not want to break from telling me a specific story or something private, and they might not want to discontinue that conversation once the cameras start rolling. And also too, I want to give you a different look at something here in the shop that's more than hair cutting. We know that's what happens in this suite, but for highlights, I want to document those moments of doing hair that might be interesting for an episode. And the more I look at this, I kind of like these lights for the look of the talking to the camera segment. I don't know, it's kind of nice, right? Like
no lights, with the lights. As I said a minute ago, I have done 12 heads of hair in just about 11 hours. I'm hungry. I'm going to pack up my bag, take the laundry bag out, and go and get something to eat, go home, do the laundry, fold the laundry, pack it back in its bag to bring back here tomorrow morning. That's the glory of being a shop owner, is that you get to carry your laundry bag around like an old friend. But I'm looking forward to filming tomorrow, where I'll have a lot of content for you, and we'll give you the end of the week thoughts, the wrap up at day 5 of 5 filming Rat Chat. Until then, I'm out. Today is day 5 of filming, and I've already completed the first 3 heads of hair today, and I don't know how many I have left to do. Let's see. I have 4 more regular scheduled appointments, and then at 2:30 we have Julie's cut and color. In this bag, I've got all sorts of stuff. We've got 2 purples, and I want to see how I like working with the Paul Mitchell Pop XG. Hello everyone, that's a wrap. Week 1 of filming for the new Rat Chat has concluded. I spent 5 work days in the shop, I did 5 days of hair, and I did 5 days of filming content for the new episode of Rat Chat, which tomorrow, Sunday, I'll compile into the new episode. And by the time you're watching this on Monday, you'll see what I've been up to this week. I'm really excited by how this week went. I learned a lot about creating video for Rat Chat in a way that I felt challenged, because this idea of creating a 5-day filming schedule with a 1-day turnaround on Sunday to edit it has been really good for me. I learned a lot of really cool things this week. Some of those things were trial and error, such as realizing that my new wireless mic system, when you pull the receiver out of the box, the charging case, it doesn't turn on automatically, and sometimes when you plug the receiver into the camera or the phone, you get dead air. However, the funny thing is that the transmitter, the microphone itself, when you pull it out of the case, it automatically powers on. I haven't found a workaround for this yet, but now I have to remember every time I open the case, pull the receiver out, press power, and make sure the green light comes on. This week I learned that the bracket that I was going to put on the shelf over there is way too heavy and it pulls my shelf down. So I'll have to go back to figuring out a new way to set up semi-permanent camera mounts here in the suite to make filming much more accessible. I learned that my suction cup mount that is usually on the window or the mirror or my cabinet or even the door there has been a lifesaver. This $10 suction cup mount for my phone from Amazon has been a real lifesaver in filming much of the content you've seen previous from Suite 8, as well as this new episode of Rat Chat. I learned that many of you, while you're in the shop for your haircut, you're really interested in being part of Rat Chat and would like to be filmed for future episodes. I've learned that it's kind of easy to set up a phone or a camera during a hair service and capture some moments. I learned that I didn't need to buy my new curling wand because I had my old one in the garage. However, the new one was great, and it worked extremely well tonight on Julie's hair. I learned that doing vivid hair color on Julie tonight brought back a whole set of memories and experience and training and challenges that I haven't used in many years, however, would like to start using again for vivid hair color. I learned that creating a video series is more about the content than it is the process. And what I mean by that is I used to get so hung up with Rat Chat, whether it was weekly, monthly, what I was going to say, what I was going to do, how I was going to script it, instead of simply setting up cameras and filming my day-to-day life. I feel like I learned how authentic that part it is, simply creating and capturing rather than focusing on the production. Lastly, I learned that this community is constantly inspiring me to do more hair, develop the shop more, develop the business more, develop creative content more, and to simply use cameras more to document our collective experiences together through Good Rats. After a very successful week of creating and capturing moments and documenting a video scrapbook for this week, I'm very excited to continue. And with that, I want to thank all of you for sticking around this long to watch the first episode of the new Rat Chat. I'm not going to renumber it. As you've seen, this is Rat Chat episode 48. And I'm just very excited to begin the process coming next Tuesday with more video. I thank you all for your encouragement, your enthusiasm, your support, your energy, your participation here, and there's going to be more. This is only the start. As always, thanks for watching. This is Mr. Phil signing off.